Worldwide Sports here. With the NFL preseason now in the books, we're going to take a look at all 32 teams in the NFL and see how they stack up going into the regular season. All right, today we're talking about the Baltimore Ravens. Let's get into it. First, let's take a look back at the Ravens season last year. The Ravens finished 8-8, finishing second in the division and missing the playoffs for the second straight year. With this in mind, Ravens longtime GM Ozzie Newsome went into the free agency looking to fill some very big holes. After signing star safety Eric Weddle in last year's free agency, the Ravens again looked for the safety position in signing former Arizona Cardinal Tony Jefferson. After signing star safety Eric Weddle in last year's free agency, the Ravens again looked for the safety position in signing former Arizona Cardinal Tony Jefferson. Jefferson pairing with Eric Weddle gives the Ravens one of the best safety duels in the NFL. Ozzie Newsome again tried to address the secondary by signing cornerback Brandon Carr. Now looking towards the offensive side of the ball, the Ravens brought in highly underrated Danny Woodhead. Now Woodhead is a very versatile player and he's a chain mover. I like this pickup for Joe Flacco, giving him some more stability. By far the biggest offensive move this offseason was signing Jeremy Maclin to a 2-year deal. Now Maclin is coming off a disappointing season last year with Kansas City, where in 12 games he had 44 catches for just over 500 yards and only 2 touchdowns. Pairing Maclin with a speed like Mike Wallace gives Joe Flacco a nice 2-punch to throw to. Now let's take a look at the draft for the Ravens. With their first pick and 16th overall, they selected Marlon Humphrey, cornerback out of Alabama. Humphrey is a big athletic corner and has the tenacious attitude that the Baltimore Ravens defense has been known for. Watching the draft live, I was sure they were going to take another Alabama alum, Jonathan Allen. But with Humphrey, they help address that secondary, which has been the theme of the offseason. With their second pick in the draft, they selected Tyrus Bowser, linebacker out of Houston. Nicknamed the Bulldozer, Bowser was regarded as the most athletic and explosive outside linebacker in the draft. This was a great need filled by GM Ozzie Newsome. They needed pass rushing help. This team last year only ranked 24 last year in sacks, recording only 31. With Bowser, he showed his athleticism at the combine. He ran a 4.6 40 and registered a 37-inch vertical leap. In the third round of the draft, they went defensive again, selecting Chris Romley, the defensive end out of Michigan. In the other third round pick, they selected Tim Williams, outside linebacker out of Alabama. Williams is another explosive young athlete. He had a couple run-ins with the law while in Alabama, which caused his draft stock to fall. But if he remains on the right track, this could be the steal of the draft. In the fourth round of the draft, they selected Nico Saragusa, guard out of San Diego State. In the fifth round, they selected Jeremiah Elumerer, offensive lineman out of Texas A&M. Wrapping up the draft for the Ravens, they selected Chuck Clark, the safety out of Virginia Tech. Going into the 2017 season, the Baltimore Ravens are going to have to rely heavily on young players to produce. On offense, quarterback Joe Flacco is coming off a strong year. He threw for over 4,300 yards last year and had 20 touchdowns, but had 15 interceptions go along with that. For so long, this Ravens defense has been the anchor of the team, and last year was no different. They were ranked ninth in the league overall in points allowed last year, allowing only 20. Their young players are going to have to step up and help provide some pass rush for future Hall of Famer Terrell Suggs if the Ravens want to even sniff the playoffs this year. Now, the defense was shocked with the retirement of Zachary Orr, but they still have C.J. Mosley, who's a stud, and Terrell Suggs hopefully being healthy. Also with Eric Weddle back there. To me, the outlook on the Ravens isn't that high. This is a team that is going through a little bit of a transition. They still have quarterback Joe Flacco on that huge deal, and he hasn't produced what they need him to do at that position. And Joe Flacco hasn't lived up to the money he's been paid, in my opinion. I feel like this Ravens team is a fringe wild card contender. They still have head coach John Harbaugh, and him and Joe Flacco are one of only 4 teams in the NFL They have a quarterback and head coach duo that's won a championship. Ravens Nation, let me know how you feel down below. Comment, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more coming, guys. Worldwide Sports, we're getting out of here. This has been a Worldwide Sports production.